Leszczynski has had to come off in the end. India Kuzna is coming on for her. But yes, we will have another game coming up. Adelaide University against Flinders United. Two teams that have had a bit of a rivalry in these last 3 years. Have played many, many games against each other, which have been important in the relegation battle. But both have survived these last few seasons as well. But it should be a cracking game. Now here goes G again. But Dearden was in the way. Dewey clips it through nicely. Van Rensburg trying to get onto it. That's a free kick to Vista. Both of these teams getting a lot of encouragement from the benches. It's been NTC in the ascendant in this late part of the game, but Vista have had their little opportunities and they could still have a say here. Garma to Gale. Ella Smith powering on down the attacking left. Takes it around Canova. Can she keep it in? She can't. It's a goal kick. We are in the hands of referee Ellie Seaton, who's also had a good game, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And how much longer will be played? Long from Trimboli. Gale wins it. Horn. G for NTC. Hooked forward. Can Mondiri crash her way through? That was good defending in the end by Cornolo. A lot of these NTC players like her will remember this game well. Their WMPL debuts for so many of them.
Some really big performances from them for their first games as well. I mean, especially your two centre-backs. They've put up a really strong battle with Mondiri the whole game and really kept her out a bit more because she's that dangerous.
Yeah.
And could have caused a lot more troubles if it wasn't for them just being so consistent and solid there.
And Shanakis there is forced out by Erin Prince, who's also been excellent at left back and has had to deal with the threat of Mondiri and Garma herself as well. And that is full time, and the points are shared here at Service FM Stadium. Modbury Vista going up 1-0 into the halftime break with a goal from Caitlin Williams. But Daisy Drawater on debut responding for NTC in the second half. Well, Sarah Taylor, how do you sum up that one?
Yeah, I think going from the first half, Modbury looked a lot more attacking, where NTC came up very strong and just kept pushing in, kept putting in until the end. And I think the fitness and understanding the pitch probably worked a bit more in their favour and ended up getting them a result with a draw at the end.
But they do look like they're going to be competitive this year, Vista. I think they've shown a fair bit tonight that they're I'm sure the wins will come at some point during the season. Oh,
definitely. And I think, they played a very dangerous first half and just maintaining it throughout the 90 minutes, they would be a real threat throughout the season.
Yeah, well, it's been a very, very good game here to open the 2026 Apex Steel WMPLSA season. We are well and truly back. And that is the first match wrapped up with Modbury Vista and Football SA NTC playing out a very entertaining 1-1 draw. We're going to take a bit of a break. When we come back, we're going to bring you the match between Adelaide University and Flinders United. If you're watching through the YouTube streams, you'll have to close this stream out and open up the Adelaide University versus Flinders United stream. Hope to be joined by you then. Thank you very much. and we are bringing you the match between Adelaide University and Flinders United. These two teams have finished 8th in Flinders' case and 9th in Uni's case, respectively, in each of the last 3 years. They've survived on every occasion, but every time they've played each other, the stakes have been really high. My name's Paul Marcachetti. Thank you for joining the broadcast, or thank you for joining again if you were with us for the first game here between Vista and NTC that finished 1-1. And I'm joined by Sarah Taylor of Metro Stars. And Sarah, these guys are both going to want to get away to a good start, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. Like we said, the points are big for round one. You want to make an impact. And yeah, like you said, bottom kind of table clubs, they want to really prove a point now coming into the season. Absolutely.
We'll take you through the lineups quickly. For Uni, it's Evie Goldsmith in goal. The back four of Sophie Burke, Emily Bouchereau, Macy Borton and Talia Gromball. In midfield, it's Chinatsu Ko, Alicia Panagakos and Charlie King. And up forward, Alana Fitzsimmons and Molly Simmons will be either side of Kelly Tataran. And for Flinders United, it's Yasmin Elliott in goal. A back four of Caitlin Chapler, Bianca Gray, Jolie Dowling and Eliza McDonald-Hall. In midfield, it's Bethany Beale, Georgia Bolton and Robin Price. And up forward, Blessing Akpalu, Vicky Juma and Danica Weatherall. The coaches for Adelaide University, it's Duncan Song and Tom Monsignor for Flinders. We'll just quickly take you through the benches as well. For Adelaide Uni, it's Poppy Clark, Zara Rocker, Bree Hammersley, Samantha Maudsley, Minnie Clark and reserve keeper Topaz Pavlicek. And for Flinders, it's Lily Nichols, Layla Fran, Lauren Frost, Claire Levy, Annika Nielsen, Sophie Walton. The referee is Alexander Diamond and the assistants are Cassandra Hughes and Taylor Vanderhoeven. Both teams in their huddle. It's going to be Uni in their traditional black, Flinders in their change strip of light green. Both these teams are going to be based here this season, so it's essentially a home game for both, though Adelaide Uni is technically the home team tonight. And they look all right, Adelaide Uni, from what we've seen so far in the pre-season. Some good results, a big win over Berks, and they got a draw with West.
Yeah, definitely. Some big names coming in, I guess. A lot of, like we mentioned before, a few of the players coming through the college system in America, and they've really slotted in nicely to help give them a bit of extra depth through the team.
Flinders, on the other hand, they've lost all their games in the pre-season and conceded 16 goals in the process. They need something. The good news is that it's 0-0 and the table is 0 points, because this is the first round of the season. And these two, well, the rivalry between these clubs over the last 3 years has been huge. It's been not for any reason other than they've been battling together to try to avoid the drop. What will we see from them both in 2026? It's going to be Adelaide Uni to kick off. They're kicking to the left as you see it, and that's to the southern or city end here at Service FM Stadium in Jeps Cross. Bianca Gray with her first touch in the WMPL for her new club, Flinders United. Here's Burke. Back to Evie Goldsmith in the goal for Uni. Gets it up to the attacking right where Simmons was. Turning nicely there was KO. Player that's come from Japan via the US college system. Something we've been talking about this evening. McDonald Hall's going to try to clear there. It's been intercepted, but it's going to drop nicely for Yasmin Elliott. In the Flinders goal. Goes long. Up towards the attacking left. Trying to find Weatherall. Gets the ball over to Juma. It's inboard. Panagakos with the header. Headed forward by Bolton. Can they get a shot away? It's going to be cleared in the end. Bolton puts the ball back inboard. Panagakos holds on well and gets it out to the right-hand side. That's going to be seen out. No, it's not. It's kept in there well by Gromball and brings it forward up onto the attacking right. Can they get a ball in? It's going to be cleared. Borton was there. Bolton's ball forward. And it's just going to sit a little bit, but Goldsmith will be able to get a big foot on that. And here's Fitzsimmons. Holds on. Oh, and just wanted to slot that through there for Kelly Tataran, but it's just run on a little bit too far and gone to Elliott, who gets on with it quickly. It's going to be won by Bouchereau. Bolton again. It's had a few touches early. Burke should win the battle there. And sees it out for a throw. It was a very settled defence for Uni last year with the likes of Burke, Bouchereau and Borton. Simmons as well, but Simmons playing a bit more forward this evening.
Yeah, and of course, I'm having Evelyn Goldsmith in goals. I mean, I know she had a concussion mid-season, so it's great to see her back in action, but she's a solid goalkeeper.
Certainly is. In fact, I thought she was on goalkeeper of the year pace in the first half last season before that unfortunate injury. She was really, really good for Uni in 2025. And they did start last year really, really well. Just got a bad run of results from about mid-season onwards.
Yeah, and I think it comes back to that strengthening of teams through the mid-season. I mean, also Lena Radler injury as well made a big impact for them. She was a big loss. So yeah, hopefully now that they've got a bit more depth, they can see those results all the way through the season.
Tataran trying to get onto it here. But McDonald Hall is going to be able to get it away, but Simmons nearly got in the road. It's going to be a throw-in for Flinders. Here's Beale, under pressure. Bolton, coming through there was Panagakos, Uni captain. And now it's with KO. Simmons. That's just going to go towards Elliott in the Flinders goal. Countdown got to 3-3 and it's just been sliced a little bit by Elliott. It's gone out for a throw-in just on the halfway line in front of the broadcasting position. New ball is going to need to be called for. They've met 6 times in the 3 WNPL seasons. Of course, Flinders have had 3 WNPL seasons before this one, before coming up from the State League as a merged entity of Cumberland United and Flinders Flames. And in those 6 matches, there's been 4 wins for Flinders and 2 for Adelaide Uni. Some crucial wins for Flinders in that one as well. Probably the most important one was in round 18 of 2023, Flinders' first season. And the 2 teams were head-to-head to battle for 8th and 9th. And a goal from Cote Rojas settled the issue. Meant that Adelaide Uni had to go into the relegation promotion playoff.
Yeah, I think we were playing on the back pitch that game.
You were, yes.
But yeah, you could just hear the roars of Flinders once that goal was scored. Just that kind of knowing that they were just going to be that safe for that season. You know, breaking into the WNPL and knowing that you're going to stay up is always an amazing feeling.
That was some game. Flinders really, really battled to victory on that occasion. Well, Bolton trying to get the ball through there for Juma. That's going to be out for a throw. Out for a goal kick, I should say. Yes, and funnily enough, don't mention too many personal anecdotes, but I walked onto the pitch after that game, and when you guys came off on the back pitch from the Metro game and walked across the pitch, someone came up and introduced themselves to me and said, with a big American accent, I listen to you at 4:30 in the morning on weekends, and that's how I met the parents of Hannah DeBose, who were in Adelaide that weekend, and told me they tuned in, heard my commentary.
Yeah, no, they would have definitely listened in. They were always watching her game at ridiculous hours of the morning.
It's not a great time difference if you're watching live. But hello to anybody who is watching outside of Adelaide. Of course, we have got players in the sides tonight from across different shores. Bolton trying to get it through to Akpalu, nearly runs onto it herself, but Burke got in the way. And 3 players from Adelaide Uni that have come from the US college system. Savannah Frisbee, who's unavailable through injury from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. And Samantha Maudsley is also from that university. Maudsley is a sub tonight. And starting is Chinatsu Kao from Florida International.
I wonder if there's a few families watching at early hours now.
Yes, I'd say there probably is. And as I said, I hope hello to you all, and I hope you're all going to enjoy the broadcast. I'm sure those families will be hoping very much for the team in black tonight. Here's Burke, and just goes over Kau, who we just talked about. Gain some ground here, Uni. Good work there by King. Gets it back to Burke. Drags it back inside nicely. King. Fitzsimmons. Just poked away from her at the vital moment. And now, can Flinders get it forward through Akpalu? Second in the race on this occasion to Bouchereau. And the clearance is going to work out okay. And that's going to be a Flinders throw though. Out for another throw. Juma trying to turn there. But that will be a throw for Burke. Gained a bit of ground again. Ball going out off Akpalu. KO offers. Up to Fitzsimmons. Oh, Fitzsimmons has done really, really well to carry the ball up the attacking left. Still going. Here's KO. Ball inboard, and it's just flown a little bit past Simmons. Simmons now. King. Also trying to battle through, but it gets away. Panagakos is there. Bolton with the clearance. Here's Bolton. Up the right-hand side. Here goes Molly Simmons, but that's going to be put out. Another throw-in. Carey trying to burst through again. Flinders just not able to get the ball out of danger at the moment. Simmons. Fitzsimmons. Another great name combination that we have this evening. We had Touchette and Touche on opposing sides in the first game between Vista and NTC. And, of course, Adelaide Uni have Molly Simmons and Alana Fitzsimmons on opposite wings.
I mean, at least this time they're on the same team.
Yeah, 100%. We had Touchette and Touche marking each other in the first game. That's a free kick. That looks like it's McDonald Hall behind it. Loops it forward. Throw in. Juma now. Battling away there with Simmons. Simmons tries to carry the ball forward. It's gone out off McDonald Hall. Talia Gromball, who's joined Adelaide Uni from Salisbury Inter, along with Charlie King. Oh, that's a nice ball forward for KO. McDonald Hall's had to track back. But KO has possession again, driving in. KO! Well, that's a sign of something that we can look forward to this season.
Yeah, to get in such a tight area and put a shot in like that. You know, who knows what she's going to do this year.
Well, looked very lively in pre-season, and you saw it just there. Now, here's Chapler. Fitzsimmons forces the throw. One then by Panagakos. Flinders under pressure, but they're able to get the ball forward. Bouchereau. And now good pressure being applied there by Juma. Bolton! Oh, that was just wide.
It's great pressure there by Juma.
Another player who I think we did mention is over from Adelaide City, along with Bianca Gray, who's in the centre of defence this evening. Oh, that ball's been given away to Akpalu. Battling in midfield there was Beale, but she's lost out. Players against her, and now the flag has stayed down against Simmons. Simmons has got Fitzsimmons in the middle. Simmons goes herself, just wide, and showing that can play on the wing as well as she did at fullback. Molly Simmons has had a good opening to this game, which has been playing for 14 minutes on the One World LED and Sportal System scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. And of course, we thank our partner Apex Steel, official naming rights partner of the Apex Steel WNPLSA. Fitzsimmons. Ball's broken all the way back to Panagakos. Here's Burke. Looks back inboard. Oh, and Bouchereau just miscues there. It's going to be a throw in. Might have to wait for a new ball. There's a couple that are... We might have to go and collect them ourselves, Sarah.
Yeah, I think so.
There's another one coming across now. Chapler, the right fullback. Looks towards Bolton, but it's headed away. Being forced backwards now to Gray. McDonald Hall sweeps it out to the left-hand side, looking for Weatherall. It's gone out for a throw. Gromball to take. Of course, Gromball is a WNPL champion player, part of the Inter team that won the championship in 2024. 2-0 win over West Adelaide in the grand final on that occasion. Headed away. KO. Chapler should get there first and does. Bolton wanting to get the ball around towards where Akpalu was. But Panagakos has it and finds Fitzsimmons, who's been in terrific goal-scoring form in the pre-season comp, and gets it back now. Alana Fitzsimmons! Elliott got enough on it to force the corner. Well, I always love to see a player come back from a long injury and do well. And Alana Fitzsimmons looks like she's right back to her best.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell that she's missed out.
There's so much time. Got back late last year. Corner for Uni. It's going to be KO to take it. They're bunching at the back post. Is it a set play? It's towards where Panagakos is. And just trying to get the ball in to the area, but it's going to be cleared. Burke trying to get it back into the hot spot. That's gone out for a goal kick. Are you a fan of working on set pieces and trying to use them to find a way to score, or something just that you try to negotiate with, whatever sort of tools you have, like good players that can get onto the corners or be threatening in those situations?
Yeah, I definitely think we have to take it week by week, especially if we're having a changing starting lineup. You want to play to the strengths of the players that we have. So, yeah, I guess sometimes you forget that, we need to do set piece trainings, or we're focusing on like more of the technical side of things, and then it's like, okay, now we've got a free kick or...
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some teams do, you sort of feel they're going to be such a threat in those situations. Give you the impression that they've done a lot of work on it. But this looks like a set play, just bunching those players at the back post. It's the second time Uni have done it. KO about to deliver again.
Of course, and with Panagakos having such height, she's definitely the one that they're trying to pick out.
It's going to be cleared on this occasion. Burke will be able to retrieve. Looks like she'll go the shot, but again, it's just swung away to the right-hand side of the goal from a Uni point of view. Goal kick for Elliott. A lot of new numbers being used by Adelaide Uni to get used to. Here's Fitzsimmons. She's still in number 7. And just over the bar.
She's had a couple good chances already.
Yeah.
She's just inching that bit closer every time.
Of course, we had Modbury Vista in the first game. Alana Fitzsimmons was part of the 2022 Vista side. Which was coached by Duncan Song, who's coaching Adelaide Uni tonight. Burke, Fitzsimmons again, and it was Akpalu that got in the road to defuse the danger.
Yeah, I'm sure Duncan had some nice conversations with Alana to bring her over. I mean, knowing what a strong player she is, she's definitely one you want to have on your team. So,
yeah, absolutely. And there is a bit of an ex-Vista imprint in the Adelaide Uni setup. Of course, one of the other coaches, Zach Jackman, also was part of the coaching crew at Vista in 22. And Kelly Tataran as well. Unfortunately missed the 2022 season with injury, but had been the top scorer and Anne Sargent medalist in the 2021 season, with Vista being promoted from the State League. Here's KO. Wanting to play it along the right to Simmons. Nearly getting the ball into Tataran.
And of course, it was exciting to see Tataran come in mid-season for Uni last year after the stint at West Adelaide.
Yeah.
She's definitely a strong forward and was kind of a little bit of a missing piece that Uni needed.
Yeah, and of course she had to play second fiddle to Nina Yamada in getting into the West side, which is, I don't think anybody would be able to do particularly successfully. Yamada, of course, player of the season last year, Shirley Brown medalist, top scorer, and a huge part of West Adelaide finishing top at the end of the season, winning the premiership.
Of course, just an unstoppable player. So, yeah, I can see why Tataran would have made the jump, you know. And it's not anything against Tataran, but when you've got an unstoppable force like Nina Yamada.
100%, yeah. Couldn't agree more. Magnificent player. Panagakos. King just bounces away. Panagakos gets in the road again, though. Bianca Gray with the clearance for Flinders. Bouchereau under a bit of pressure here, and, well, I'm not sure if the ball went exactly where she meant it to. Conceded a corner. And Flinders' first chance with a set piece. It looks like it's going to be Akpalu to go over and take it.
We've got all Uni players in the box, so definitely trying to stay defensive.
Yeah, you're right. They haven't left a single person out of the 18-yard area. Here it comes. I think it's Juma taking it in the end. It's high. And nearly a little touch there by Bolton as the ball came through, but Phil to Goldsmith. Good header there for Flinders by Jolie Dowling. Simmons trying to get the ball in board. They have it back. Panagakos. Interception there. But now they're away on the right-hand side here through Simmons. That's going to go straight to Elliott. I feel like Uni have started okay with their attacking moves, but not quite the final ball, though.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, we've seen a few shots put on with Sophie Burke coming out the corners, a couple from Alana Fitzsimmons. I think all very hungry to get the goal, and sometimes you let that hunger get the better of you when you're finishing.
Yeah, no, we see that a lot, don't we? Burke just waiting for a move. It's come off King. Weatherall was trying to burst through there. Chapler. Now, that's not a bad ball over for Juma, who bursts forward, gets the cross in. Oh, just flew past Akpalu. And Gromble gets the ball up towards Simmons. But Flinders have it back. Over to Chapler. Just a bit too much on that one. Back through to Goldsmith. Countdown gets to 3 before Goldsmith releases.
I'd be interested to see if anyone lets it get the full count now that it's in place.
I think it's been in place in the English Premier League, and I think it's been called once. Yeah. So somebody got the wrong side. I can't remember who, but somebody got the wrong side of it.
Yeah, I can't imagine your team would be too happy about you giving a corner for holding the ball too long.
Yeah, and thank you for mentioning that. Should have said, we'll just wait for a moment here, because Juma is onto the ball here, but really good bit of defending there by Borton. and make sure it goes out for a throw. But yes, that is the penalty. I shouldn't use the word penalty, I suppose, but no, that is the result. If the goalkeeper under this new rule holds the ball for longer than the countdown, the outcome will be a corner to the opposing team. That's a throw in now for Flinders. Trying to burst through there was Bill, but she's given away a free kick. Foul on KO. "27 minutes in. Still 0-0 here at Service FM Stadium. And just ran into a bit of trouble there, Borton, but still going to be a throw-in, which Gromball will take. Simmons just trying to help it on. McDonald Hall with the clearance. Bolton just trying to get it through. Ball just hasn't really come down for everyone. Juma trying to get through there. Bouchereau still bouncing around. Penegakos trying to bring it to ground now. And finally, well, now is Fitzsimmons onside here? The flag has stayed down. Alana Fitzsimmons. Oh, really good save by Elliott. Great break there by Uni.
Yeah, wasn't sure if she was going to put the flag up for that one, but Alana Fitzsimmons made such a smart run and left herself in a one-on-one with the keeper, essentially.
Yeah, forced a good save out of Elliott there. But he's going to be a corner, and this time we'll see what KO's delivery from the attacking right looks like. Once again, the Uni players, a lot of them bunching behind the back post.
You've got Panagakos kind of making that backwards run into the 6-yard area each time.
Yeah, well spotted. It's gone out perhaps a little bit wider than they would have liked, so the danger's been diffused by Flinders United. And Burke gets it back. Simmons. KO. Bursting through. It's been put out though for another throw. Bouncing in the area, KO! Didn't quite get hold of that. The ball's gone out for a goal kick. Well, I liked her so far. She's very much in everything.
Yeah. She's another player that's just all over the park, and yeah, definitely one to keep an eye on, because I think you'll have her marked 1 minute and then she'll be attacking the next. So
here's Tataran for Uni. He's held on strongly there. Ball's been intercepted. Here's King. Oh, and just put it behind Burke, but Burke's able to recover. Chapler's going to clear. Throw into Flinders. Chapler will look to go back to Gray, but decided that might not be the safest with the Uni forwards bearing down. Can't hold on in attack on that occasion. Flinders. Burke now. Fitzsimmons. Takes 3 to stop her in the end, but she still gets the ball through to Panagakos. It's just gone a little bit behind Simmons. Has time though. The ball in board though was well intercepted. Akpalu battling away there with Gromball. That's going to be a throw into Adelaide Uni. Gromball now. King makes a run. Just waits a little bit longer to get it over towards the Taran. Doesn't get that far. Ball scooped forward, but Borton's able to clear up and get it towards Goldsmith. Bit up and under, but it might work out to Simmons here. Good defensive work forcing the throw. That was Price on that occasion for Flinders. Forward up the wing again, and this time it's gone out off King, so it'll be a Flinders throw just in front of their bench. Battling away there again was KO, playing the ball off the ground, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. Just a bit of a lull probably in proceedings, but I feel like, do you ever feel like when you're playing a team that has been struggling, in your case here we've got Adelaide Uni playing a team that's had a very poor pre-season, that you really feel like you start to get a little bit sort of almost anxious about the fact that you feel like you should be getting more chances, getting goals, getting in front?
Yeah, of course. And I think it comes back to that hunger as well. You know, they've come out full guns blazing this half, and now that it's kind of not paying off for them, I think they start maybe getting that bit of worry, but they just really have to keep working through it and know that the goal's coming. But I think that also gives time for Flinders to feel a bit stronger in what they're doing, and that they're holding off the goals that they've been conceding in the pre-season cup.
Yeah, well, they've been well organised, Flinders. Structure looks good, and they have been able to work their way forward on a couple of occasions.
And I think Juma applying that pressure every time up front, her speed is insane, so you don't really want her running full pelt at you.
Of course, she did score in a struggling side last year with Adelaide City. They obviously only won one game for the whole season, but was a constant threat for them and did manage to make breakthroughs.
Yeah, of course. And I think she's still doing that. I mean, even when we faced them in pre-season cup, she's still everywhere. She's a strong player, like goes in for tackles, and yeah, you don't really want her running at you, and you have to make a quick decision if she is.
Flinders can work it across the back line all the way back to Elliott in goal. Oh, under big pressure here. This is in a lot of trouble. Fitzsimmons now has an open goal and has put it wide. Is that just a case of sometimes just having too much time?
Yeah. Sometimes you're like, oh, I've got to do it now, or someone's going to shut it down. But yeah, I mean, I think her teammates probably needed to just let her know she has a bit more time than she thinks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's particularly when it's the sort of player that can score really, really good goals. You know, I guess it just gets into your head sometimes when you're in a situation like that.
Yep. You know, it might not be the wonder goal that you want, but sometimes just putting it away simply is all you need.
Yeah. I mean, particularly when you've done so well to create the chance by winning the ball like that.
Yeah,
can Flinders make them pay, though? That's probably going to go out and for a goal kick.
But yeah, it probably comes back to that anxiousness, I guess, of not scoring just yet.
What we were just talking about, you know, like they really feel like they ought to be in front at this stage, and hasn't quite happened for them. We are into the last 10 minutes of the first half. We thank our partner, Apex Steel, official naming rights partner of the Apex Steel NPLSA. And we also thank One World LED and Sportal. One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. Here's Bolton, by the way. Getting all the way through. Bolton! Oh, that was a really good intervention in the end by Panagakos, or else that shot might have caused Evie Goldsmith a few problems. Corner for Flinders. Just going to have to wait for the ball to come over, but after a big escape at the other end, goal would be huge right here. Swung in. Goldsmith just flaps at it. Got a big enough fist on it though. Here's Gray. Ball's gone out. Cromwell to take the throw. Simmons is near it, goes over that. Panagakos battling through. Ball comes off Bolton. Price trying to burst through as well. King holds on. Bouchereau. Now, can Fitzsimmons get away again? Chapler just gets an important foot in. Elliott. Bouchereau with a big header there. It was well won, but it's back with Panagakos. Juma's won it from the uni captain, but Bouchereau comes through with a big clearance. Of course, player you're very familiar with, Sarah, playing alongside her in defence.
Yeah, back at Metro 2 years ago now. It's great to see her playing and starting games with Adelaide Uni, and she's done really well since coming in.
Yeah, did have a good year last year. The whole uni defence, which was quite a young defence, did quite well. Including this player here, Macy Borton. Grumbull's taken off on the right. That's where they try to go. It's been cut out. Flinders can't clear their lines, but Simmons isn't able to keep it in on that occasion. Price. McDonald Hall there. It's gone out. Nearly hit the 40-minute mark. Oh, now, opportunity for Flinders. Can they get Akpalu going on the attacking right? Burke should get there first. Turns. Holds on. Panagakos. Bouchereau. Has time. Maybe just overused it on that occasion. Bolton has it. Akpalu. And, well, lucky there for Bolton because that foul saved Uni from an attempt on goal.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to slip through.
Now, Flinders trying to mount another attack through Akpalu. Once again, resuming battle with Burke. Burke will win the ball on that occasion. Fitzsimmons. Chapler in pursuit. Tatarin. Puts it out to the right, and there's an important intervention there. And Simmons has given away a free kick.
Yeah, that was a big challenge there. It was a nice slip ball, and luckily she read the play well enough. Otherwise, yeah, we probably would have been looking at a shot on goal.
Flinders under pressure again, but they're going to need a free kick on this occasion. And setting up to go long because there's about 4 or 5 players along the attacking line. Well, I think there's going to be some discussion with the uni bench here, and just a quick one. Referee Diamond just says, I think that'll do. We can restart. Gray to bring it forward. Out to the left. But it's gone out off Panagakos. Just a couple of minutes to go. Still 0-0 here between Adelaide Uni and Flinders United. Carroll was trying to burst through there. King, Fitzsimmons, Burke, Chapler, I should say, getting the ball to safety. Will we see any twist before the half-time whistle? Big clearance there by McDonald Hall. And by Goldsmith in the other direction. Gray. Akpalu. Wins the throw. Their last chance here for Flinders. Burkle headed away. KO. Simmons. Tataran. McDonald Hall should win that. But Tataran's going to retake possession. No, McDonald Hall got there first. Put it to safety. We are 30 seconds away from stoppage time, which I don't think there'll be a lot of.
No, not too many stoppages other than Elliott for this half.
Oh, good work there by Juma. Has Akpalu centrally, but has had to double back. Still keeps the ball in, but Borton is able to sweep it away. We are in stoppage time now. There's not going to be any at all. Referee Diamond blowing the half-time whistle, and the score here at Service FM Stadium in the second match on this pitch tonight. Of course, we had Modbury Vista and Football SA NTC drawing 1-1 earlier on this evening at this venue. It's Adelaide University 0, Flinders United 0. Thoughts on that first half, Sarah?
Yeah, I think it's pretty even at the moment. Maybe Adelaide Uni edging over a little bit with a couple more chances on goal. I think at the moment it's going to be anyone's game, and I think the chats in the change rooms are going to be trying to push the girls to get the result. Yeah,
absolutely. I think there's probably a lot more to come in this game. I think the energy could certainly go up a notch or two from what we've seen so far. But it's been perhaps what you would call a classic first 45 minutes of a first round match. So we will see if the second half produces some more action and some more goals. But the halftime score will go to a break at the moment and come back for the second half for this match between Adelaide University and Flinders United. 0-0 at the moment. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be back with you soon.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in high levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
So the Youth Club Championship We've designed a structure where the under 13s, under 14s, under 15s and 16s all compete together as one club. They'll play at the same venue, they'll play one after each other. It allows the technical director to be at the venue to help educate and look after the coaches, and also there's a focus on player development.
Players are now knowing where they are at and the pathway to follow each year. If they continue with the YCC, they should be in a position where they can go into senior football. It's a lot clearer around the steps they need to take to keep tracking as a player.
We've created an additional YCC training session or seminar night. All the players involved had the opportunity to do an extra additional skills session development plan, and we had Adrian Stanter coming in to talk about how to become a more professional player from a younger age.
The fact that as a club we are investing heavily in the juniors to ensure that we're putting those tools in place that the YCC is wanting from us, that's certainly bringing around some benefits to the club and to junior development across the board.
Everyone's trying to obtain points for their club, but also with a strong focus on how do we create a competition where players can play against like players.
The one thing I have noticed is it's been a bit more focused on getting the balance right. So, you know, trying to keep the best teams playing against each other throughout the entire year and not having this big disparity between one team or another, one club or another.
So what it has allowed us to do is have quality games every week, which has benefited the competition and given the girls a chance to sort of understand what it's like to play at that elite level. While development is a good focus, the YCC does bring out the aspect of results as well, which helps find that balance for players to transition to senior football.
So I think with the YCC structure now in place, there's become a better level, and with a better level there's been higher intensity within our sessions, and that's allowed for greater development in terms of a player technically, tactically, and that's given them the best chance to keep improving their game.
Yeah, look, I think there's certainly brought around a lot of excitement to the club on YCC Day. The club's buzzing, a lot of the parents and players really enjoy seeing the kids play and what is really now an elite pathway in junior football in our state.
Something that resonated with me right on the onset was about connecting a budding footballer with the right coach with the right club, and the right club being part of the right football environment. So the YCC tells me that this has been a fantastic implementation by Football South Australia.
You supported us on a Sunday, so come support us on a Saturday.
For Elizabeth Downs, it's a huge step up for the club. The club started in 1962, originally a school-based team, and as the club evolved, we needed some avenue for our juniors to start playing seniors, so we entered the South Australian Amateur League. From there we've just progressed, and over the last 10-20 years we've had quite a successful period in the Amateur League, and now we're looking to extend that success.
We've had players play at the highest level, and we've also got a bunch of lads who have just been signed and have come through the ranks over the years who are 18, 19 years old, so it's a real good mixture of experience and youth, I think. Now there's just a perfect challenge, I think, to really build some more history and to get some more trophies over the line as well.
We're going to be difficult to break down, and certainly we'll have plenty of pace up front. We've got plenty of good ball players in the middle of the park, getting those guys into the final third and getting them one-on-one to take on those defenders. Our expectations are that we're aiming for promotion and potentially winning the league.
When we hosted Metro here in the quarterfinals of the Cup, that night was absolutely booming. We would have had 2,000 people here playing against a Div 1 NPL side. It was just a magic night. We won on penalties, we come back from behind, it just had everything that game.
I think the one message we'd like to send is that we're not here to have a trial year or make up numbers. I think we're here to get promoted and to win it all.
The supporters that have supported us for the last 15 years of my career here, they played together. If that doesn't describe what pride and passion is, playing together, supporting the club for 15 years, that's what we're about, and that's what I hope my team will be about in 10, 15 years when we all retire and watch the next generation.
Welcome back to Service FM Stadium for the second half of the second match here this evening. We had the opener between Modbury Vista and Football SA NTC finish 1-1, and it is currently 0-0 at half-time between Adelaide University and Flinders United. A bit of action around the grounds tonight as well. It's West Adelaide 2, Adelaide Comets 1 over at Kilburn Sportsplex. And at Jack Smith Park, West Torrens Burkalla have gone into the half-time break 1-0 ahead of Campbelltown City. 4 matches tonight, 1 match to round out the opening round of the Apex Steel WNPLSA season tomorrow. That's going to be played tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 p.m. kickoff. Get down there, I will. TK Shutter Reserve for Metro Stars against Salisbury Inter to see Sarah Taylor, my co-commentator tonight. Looking forward to that one as well as all the other action in this round, which looks like we're about to kick off very shortly here in the second half. Flinders with Georgia Bolton and Vicky Juma over the ball. They will be kicking to the right of your screen. That's the northern end here at Service FM Stadium. Sorry, they're kicking to the left of your screen. That's the southern end, or the city end at Service FM Stadium. We all have round 1 cobwebs to iron out. Here's Talia Gromball, all dispossessed, but luckily for Uni, they had back up there. KO, Simmons, intercepted there by McDonald, Hall and Bill. Headed by Bouchereau. Panagakos hooks it forward. Back with McDonald Hall. Under pressure there was Elliott. Battling there is Fitzsimmons and Gray. Gray's put it out, but it's going to be a Uni throw. Former teammates, Alana Fitzsimmons and Bianca Gray at Adelaide City. Free kick to Flinders there. Can they get a result tonight after 4 big losses in the pre-season? Can you think of what they might need to do differently in this half? They had a couple of promising attacks in the first half, but only a couple maybe of half openings at best.
Yeah, I think just boosting the energy up a little bit. I think the first game nerves and coming off of like maybe not so great of a pre-season cup, you kind of let the nerves get the better of you sometimes, and I think they just need to relax a little bit but also boost their energy up a bit.
They're under pressure now. KO's put Simmons through, and Simmons trying to get the ball in board, but it's going to be cleared. Coming out here to Weatherall. Can't quite work the ball forward. It's fallen to Panagakos. Lily Nichols is on for Adelaide Uni, and Simmons was offside there. Sorry, no, she's not. That was Gromball that played the ball. Goal kick for Flinders. Sorry, it's a free kick from the offside flag. And Elliott will go long. Panagakos wins it. Simmons heads on. Can't quite get out. Flinders. King was battling away. Fitzsimmons. Goes the shot. Oh, it's in! That is a super goal by Alana Fitzsimmons. And after an inexplicable miss in the first half, She goes and scores a goal like that. Couldn't you believe it, Sarah?
I mean, we did say it was coming, and I think after the miss in the first half, she was definitely looking to get on the score sheet. But yeah, to finish it like that is amazing.
Well, you see it so often with forwards. Take a chance like that after an easier one was spurned. But Alana Fitzsimmons is away in 2026, and Adelaide Uni might be too. They have a 1-0 lead early in the second half. And a great strike. Not sure what sort of goals have gone in around the grounds, but that's going to be a candidate when the goal of the round is voted on during the week. And we're just talking about what Flinders need to do. They're going to have to do a bit more now. They're going to have to find a way to score. Their attacks haven't been frequent in this match so far. And they're under pressure here again. Might be able to clear. Bolton turns, but getting in her way there well was Burke. Looking for Tataran, but again it's cleared this time by Gray.
And I think it'd be a bit of an adjustment for both teams playing here for the first time this season. Obviously with pre-season cup, both being allowed to play at their normal training grounds. So yeah. I think adjusting to the bigger pitch might have been a bit of a struggle in the first half, but now that they're settling in a bit more, who knows what's going to happen this half.
It's also something I mean to ask you, is also getting the aspect of the pitch. I mean, you know, pitches are bigger or smaller, but you go and play at a ground like Graduates where Adelaide Uni play, and you don't have any fences, and I always wonder sometimes if players are even sort of sometimes conscious of where some of the lines are in the distance, you know, might not be able to see them, whereas here you can sort of see the fences, you get a bit more of an idea.
Yeah, 100%. And I think just the environment that it creates, I guess having a grandstand behind you and feeling that pressure, and you're adapting to your training, like you said, with the lines, you know where they are. And then here it's rejudging everything again and knowing your spaces between, you know, box to box, from the corners. It's really teaching yourself again.
Yeah, it's very different to playing on those sort of grounds when you're here. Been a while since I pulled on boots, but I'm sure of it myself now. Can Flinders get forward here? They're going to get a free kick. A foul on Weatherall. And maybe a chance from a set piece. Looks like Beulah's going at no. She's passed it over. Will it be Bianca Gray to deliver? Seen it before. Good strike on the football. And there's good numbers. Throwing plenty forward here, Flinders too.
Yeah, and Uni making sure to have every player back behind the ball as well.
Lining up right on the edge of the penalty area for Gray's delivery. Will they break? Here comes the free kick. And there's an important intervention there by Burke. And Fitzsimmons has also helped it away. Swung back in though. Simmons. Headed on by King. Oh, and there could be a break on here. But really important work there by McDonald Hall, but it's lost it to Fitzsimmons. This is a really good opportunity for Tataran. 2-0 Adelaide Uni. They broke so well after facing a free kick. And Kelly Tataran now joins the goals and is on the board for 2026. And that might be, even though there's a long way back, long way left in the second half, a long way back for Flinders now.
Yeah, and I think just knowing that they're finishing those goals now will just push Uni to keep scoring. So Flinders are really going to have to lift and try and get a counteract early. Otherwise, yeah, it could definitely be all over.
Well, I don't want to delve too much into potential omens, but I will offer this. Well, before I do, they're away again. Here's Fitzsimmons. That's another really good ball. Simmons! Oh, it was nearly 3. It was nearly 3, and it was nearly the other forward, the third forward getting on the board to join Tataran and Fitzsimmons, but just wide there by Molly Simmons. Oh, they're rampant at the moment.
Yeah, like we said, the floodgates are opening.
Well, Flinders, they've got to get back into this match, but the first thing they've got to do is just get hold of the ball and prevent Uni from these very effective attacks. They have got the ball forward now, Flinders, and unfortunately for them, no, that's going to be a goal kick. But, well, I just want to leave you with this. Last year, in Adelaide Uni's first match, they won in round 1 against Adelaide City, and Adelaide City went on to get relegated. And it was a team that included a couple of players that are playing for Flinders tonight. So Flinders will hope that's not an omen.
Yeah, especially the few City girls that are around.
But it is, I know there's a long way to go, but when you look at the history of the last 3 years, you look at the history of these two teams, I think it's probably more than 3 points in a lot of the heads of the players of these two teams. A lot of these players have played in those games over the last few years. They know how tight it's been. Fitzsimmons putting pressure on again. But it was well defended in the end by Chapler. Once again, they're back on board, and that's another good ball over for Simmons. Just has to run a little bit away from goal. Back in board is good, but intercepted there. Juma wants to get Akpalu going. It's given her a lot to do, but it's kept it in Akpalu. Juma's back in the middle. Borton clears. Oh, that was a bit better.
Yeah, she did well to get there.
Just put a long way in front of her, that ball from Juma to Akpalu, but Akpalu made up the ground, and then Juma also made up the ground to make herself available in the middle. That's what they need.
And I think just that tired from that big run kind of maybe got that pass off a bit bad to Juma, but understandable after a sprint like that.
Absolutely. Weatherall battling away, but has got a couple of Uni players against her. Simmons got it to Tataran, who's got it to King. I think Fitzsimmons is offside on that occasion. Yes, the flag has gone up. I was about to say no, it stayed down, but just at that moment, it was raised.
And just from around the grounds, we've got West Adelaide 3-1 up on Adelaide Comets.
Yeah, and I can tell you also that it's Burks 1, Campbelltown 0, but that was the halftime score. They've only just started the second half out at Jack Smith Park. So if we look to things in a live ladder perspective, West would be on top at the moment, and Uni would be next. Bit early for a live ladder in round 1, maybe. Bolton to Juma. Akpalu ahead. Juma holds on well. But Uni just seem to have the numbers. First King and then Burke challenging. Chapler with the throw. Cleared again by Burke. KO. Simmons was dispossessed. And that's not a bad effort. That was a really, really good strike there for Flinders by Weatherall. But out for a goal kick. Tataran turns well. Tries to get Grumble going. It's just going to go a bit too far. As we approach the hour mark on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. One World LED and Sportal systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. And of course, we thank our partner Apex Steel, official naming rights partner of the Apex Steel WNPLSA. Great to be back for round one of the 2026 Apex Steel WNPLSA season. Here's Bolton, who's tried hard tonight. Akpalu, cut off by Borton. Bolton to Weatherall. Dowling. Can they make something of this? Panagakos trying to get away. Weatherall again. And a shot by Bethany Beale. And it's gone wide. But just a little bit more attacking intent by Flinders. It got a lot to do.
Yeah, definitely. But it's good to see a few more of the girls taking those chances. I think we're seeing a lot of movement up front with Juma and Akpalu moving across. I think, yeah, we had Akpalu on this wing, and now she's transitioned back over to that side. But, yeah, they kind of know that now they really need to put in to get that goal back on them.
McDonald Hall trying to get Weatherall going on the left. That's going to be, and I thought for a moment it was going to be a Flinders ball. It is a Uni ball, which Tulea Gromball, who's at right back for Uni tonight, can take. Headed by Dowling, but it's gone backwards from a Flinders point of view. Gray gets it back to Elliott. It's going to go out for a throw. Grumble now. KO is offering. And that's where it goes. Simmons. It's cleared though. Headed by Bouchereau. And they haven't quite made some of those passes stick in those situations, Flinders. KO, she certainly made a lot of passes stick. But that was really, really good challenge. And now, can they get Juma away here? Comes back in board. Weatherall looked for the shot for a moment, but went to Bolton instead, but has lost out to King. But doesn't quite get the return ball. Here's Chapler. And battling away there is Akpalu. Also Beale, but Uni's pressure's been really good. That's one of the big differences in this game. They've really been in numbers around the player on the ball.
Yeah, and every time they've lost the ball, just the recovery has been so quick. To really put Flinders under pressure to turn the ball over again.
Grumble again with the throw. Headed back by Dowling. Weatherall. Well won by KO. And trying to push their way forward, but McDonald Hall was there in grey. McDonald Hall, good pressure, and again, just not letting the Flinders players have easy possession in any part of the pitch. Weatherall offers on the attacking left. There's Bolton, but it's gone off the Flinders midfielder. Throwing for Grumble. KO. gone out. Well, it's going to have to be a retrieve from a long way by Dowling. Maybe we need to have those witch hats with a ball every few metres.
Especially tonight, it's kind of come this way and no one to collect.
Looking for Weatherall, but it's always going to be difficult to keep that in. Grumble to Taran, trying to work it forward to Simmons. McDonald Hall is there. Simmons. Uni throw. Bit of a different role for Grumble. Played at Inter last year in a system where Inter played with 3 centre-backs. So was often more of a wing-back role rather than a classic full-back. And I think had a couple of occasions at being in the right side of the back 3.
Yeah, it'd definitely be a bit of a transition. I think especially playing a wing-back role, you're expected to do a lot more up and...
No, it's Taran there with a little loop forward, but caught by Elliott. Sorry, go on, Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess now just transitioning into a traditional back 4, you know, you're kind of knowing that you're a bit more defensive. Yes, you're doing overlapping runs, but probably not expected to do it as much as you were in a wing-back position.
You're a defender. Do you have any preference of playing in a 2 centre-backs or 3? I'll just pause that for a second, but I think the ball's going to be cleared and it was offside anyway. Do you have any preferences about how you set up?
I think it definitely depends on your opposition, knowing how the other team plays. I think we've got the depth that we can play a 4 at the back, or we can play 3 with the wing backs, especially with a lot of our fullbacks doing a lot of overlapping as it is. So yeah, I think it is mainly based on your opposition for the week. Yeah, there are a couple of teams that really like to play the 3 centre-backs. I thought Vista did that for most of tonight. Certainly Carl Maynard loves to do it at Inter, and that's the way they've set up while he's been their coach mostly. But does obviously both ways of doing things offer their advantages and disadvantages when it comes to the way you set up. Of course. I think, yeah, it's definitely good for teams to have the ability to play different formations under their belt. I think now, especially games are live streamed, you don't want to be too predictable in how you play. So
that's a good point. And yeah, nice to be in this era where everything's live streamed. We've even got to the point where we've got commentary on every game. This year should be every single match with a live commentary as well as live stream. We nearly got to that point last year.
And it just shows how far the Women's National Premier League's coming along, and it's a credit to yourself and other commentators that come out week in, week out and are just paying attention to know what's going on with the players and really just being passionate for the game.
Oh, the check's in the mail, or at least it would be if people still wrote them. Here's Taran trying to line up. Simmons is offside. Oh, which is a shame because it was a good finish on that occasion. No, well, look, and to be fair, Football SA's sponsors that have been part of bringing the resources to make live streams and commentary happen, and of course Football SA itself, which is doing a lot of work to that end as well. And we also have the biggest commentary crew ever. Here goes Juma. He's made a really good run there, and that's a really good cross. Oh, and it was just miscued. And a chance for Weatherall. It just won't go in. Bolton, it does in the end. Flinders have got one back. And maybe it's not over yet. They had the numbers at the back post. It took a couple of goes at it, but eventually Flinders got themselves on the board through Georgia Bolton.
And that's really what they needed at this point of the match. Like we were saying, we don't want to speak too early that the game was over, but, you know, Flinders really needed to get one back in order to just keep lifting throughout the match.
Well, it was looking for most of that last 15 minutes that the most likely thing, if there were going to be more goals, would be that Uni would go three up, and they had their chances to do it. And, well, could that really... and that would, of course, that would have been shut the gate, but, well, what will this do to the complexion of this game? Juma's run was really important in that goal, and she is trying to put pressure on the Adelaide Uni defence again. Here's Dowling with the throw. Have they got their tails up, Flinders? Going to get another throw a bit closer. Dowling again. Good play. Let's try to get the ball across there. But they're having to work away from goal, and in the end, Fitzsimmons is able to concede the throw. Chapler wants to take it quickly, but Adelaide Uni are going to make a change here. And King is going to come off. And it looks like, is it Clark coming on, or is it Maudsley? It's Maudsley coming on, one of the Americans that has joined the competition. As we mentioned, from University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Saw a bit of Maudsley playing, as we mentioned, at Graduates in the pre-season for Uni, and looks like a pretty good pickup. That ball from KO has been kept in, but Dowling has anticipated that well, and Juma trying to get away, but that should be Goldsmiths. The game's just gone up a little notch here, hasn't it? And Flinders.
It's definitely the energy it needed. Now Flinders hungry to get that second one to equalise.
Fitzsimmons suddenly doing the defensive work. It's going to be a Uni throw, I should say, and they're probably just wanting to let things just settle a little bit. Try to just take a little bit of the sting out of the game while they've been under a bit of pressure.
Of course, and I think it's so easy sometimes to panic once they get one back, and you just have to remember that the way that they were playing and came out in the second half was working, and they just need to get back to that.
Yeah, I mean, they were 2-0 up for a reason, and they have to keep that in mind, that they were doing all the right things before they conceded that goal. And now they have possession in attack again. KO's unmarked there, but able to get a foot in there was Robin Price. Throw in. It's going to be offside against KO. A lot of noise now from the Flinders bench to urge their players on. Elliott to go long. Oh, it's gone into a bit of a dangerous area because Uni can send this right back, but perhaps just a little bit of confusion there between Maudsley and Bouchereau, but it's back with Borton now and Goldsmith. Oh, and that's been intercepted, but luckily for Uni, no problem. It was Bolton again, who's been prominent for Flinders in this game.
She's really taken on the role that Juma was playing in that first half, just really pressing the goalkeeper and back line to try and get them to lose the ball. And, yeah, it's coming. It's working for them.
And all of a sudden, we were talking earlier about how the Uni players were putting on so much pressure and winning so many balls, and just suddenly even those little battles, I guess when you're in a situation like Flinders now, you just start to, you automatically almost start to feel like you're more in it, and it can really drive you.
Yeah, for sure. And I think even like you said before, the noise coming from the Flinders bench, it's like people winning tackles, like they're boosting each other up every tackle that they win. So it's encouraging them to do more of it to get the result.
Offside there against Tataran, so free kick to Flinders. Elliott driving it up towards where Juma is, but Panagakos is there. Fitzsimmons puts it on and all. That was a nasty little coming together, not for intention by anyone, but just her and Chapel went for the ball at the same time, and Fitzsimmons just down at the moment. Probably really felt that, just getting a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, hopefully just a bit of cramp and nothing too serious.
Yeah. So we're going to have a bit of an injury break at the moment with just 15 minutes to go on the One World LED and Sportal Systems scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. And we thank our partners, Apex Steel, official naming rights partner of the Apex Steel WNPLSA. And Fitzsimmons just staying down. Going to get a little bit more treatment. Oh, she's back on her feet. May have to go to the bench at least temporarily. Both teams taking the opportunity to have a chat. What do you think they'll be talking about at this point, the respective sides?
I think especially like Flinders, Tom would probably be encouraging them to just keep pushing. What they've been doing the last 5 minutes is working. They're really getting on top of Uni at the moment. And I guess the exact same like we've been saying for Uni, they just need to calm it down and go back to how they started the half off, because like we said, they were doing everything right.
Now I think Fitzsimmons has come off and Poppy Clark has come on for Uni. Hopefully no big problems for Fitzsimmons. Could just be precautionary, just want to make sure that with a 2-1 lead and a long season ahead.
And like you said, after being out with like a long-term injury in the past, you definitely want to be mindful. As much as it is physical, it's a lot of that mental game coming back from injury. So that could be in the back of her mind as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Clark has sort of dropped into a midfield position, and KO is currently at the attacking left. And here's Tataran, has broken through. Tataran with the shot. Oh, and it's just been handled out by Elliott, but she was very unsure. Maybe I think she might have thought that she was right on the post there, and that was distracting her in that situation.
Yeah, she did look a bit unsure, and luckily dropped it out for a corner.
Here's a corner to Adelaide Uni. Can they restore their 2-goal lead? Once again, the bunching at the back. And the corner flag is not behaving. It's running repairs. Just let it go, I reckon.
Yeah.
KO with the corner. And up there was Maudsley, and it's gone out. It's going to be a goal kick, yes, because it went out off Macy Borton in the end.
I think it kind of looked like KO wanted to bring it for the outswing as much as possible. Obviously coming off on the right foot and having the in-swing, she kind of did move the corner flag a bit, and it took the fall.
I mean, they are a bit in the way, depending on what you want to do when you take a corner. Panagakos. And Flinders have won it back. They're giving it straight back to the uni captain. Here's Maudsley. Gromball. That's just going to beat Simmons out for a throw. But uni, I feel like, have just gotten back onto the game, back onto the terms they want it to be. Now, Flinders going to make a couple of changes. Akpalu is coming off, and so is Price. Just wait for the referee to get us restarted. Bolton never really had much chance of keeping that one in. Ball close to the line there. Now here's another chance. Here's Maudsley just trying to get through KO, I should say, and it's been cleared. They're going to have another corner, which KO can again go over and take and argue with the flag. They've retaken a bit of the momentum in this game, uni, but can they put it beyond doubt? Bit of holding in the penalty area, and referee Diamond just tries to sort that out. Poppy Clark right on the keeper, who can't quite hold on to it but gets it at the second attempt. Yasmin Elliott.
Great delivery by KO though.
Oh, really puts in a nice corner, and that kick from Elliott has straight out. Just had a couple of moments at the Flinders keeper.
The ball looks to be jammed behind the subs bench there.
I was wondering why a couple of people were looking a bit bemused there.
Yeah.
Someone's got it now. Play recommences. Burke. Gray with the clearance. Juma just can't quite hold on there. Borton got it to Panagakos. Simmons. Now, is there a chance here for Weather will get onto it? Not quite. It's come back to Simmons for uni. Bumble heads it out. Wetherill to try to just win the throw, and does. Dowling. Headers one there by Gromble, but it's going to be another throw. Continue that Burkella have gone 2-0 up against Campbelltown at Jack Smith Park. I don't think that's a result that a lot of people were expecting.
No, definitely not. I think Campbelltown coming off a strong pre-season cup. Burkella maybe not getting the results they would have wanted.
Well, just to think that Burkella were absolutely hammered by Adelaide Uni in the most recent round of the pre-season comp. But when it really counts, in the season proper, they have got themselves into a winning position against a team that was probably more fancied in Campbelltown.
sometimes it's the best way to go into a game, though, being the underdogs, not having anything to lose. Whereas I think sometimes having a big reputation, you may succumb to the pressure sometimes. So it's definitely working in Burke's favour for this game.
Do you sometimes, when you're in these teams, I think of some games you guys played last year at Metro Stars. You had a couple of really good matches against West. I think you got a draw with them. You were really close in the Cup semi-final against them. But then in another week, you got beaten heavily by Flinders United. And I just wonder, is there a bit of a psychology almost at play there when some of these games are going on? Just hold on a second, because Simmons has got it, but Elliott has it. Is it, or do sometimes these matches just take on a life of their own?
Yeah, I think you do have to really, to show up in the games where you're playing against a team that's a top side. I think especially because they play so structured, you kind of know, where sometimes coming against the Flinders, who might not be as structured, but they always have a lot of numbers behind the ball and pressing and don't allow you to play the way you would normally play. Sometimes that just gets you in the games.
Yeah. It is an interesting part of our game. I think a lot of sports, but definitely ours. And you see these sorts of unusual results at times. Now, Burke gets the 1-2 there from her teammate in KO. We are 5 minutes away from stoppage time, of which there'll be a little bit. We did have Alana Fitzsimmons down for a little bit, and there's been a few substitutions as well. KO. And here's Maudsley. Gives it to Simmons, wants the right foot, and just that touch just gave the Flinders defence the chance to reset themselves. But McDonald Hall's lost it this time to Gromball. Gromball now wants to get it inboard. Oh, that might break for Tataran if Flinders aren't careful, but it's come out.
I have to say, I really think Sophie Burke's had a great game today. She's had plenty of challenges with Akalu down the side, and she's just remained consistent.
Yeah, I agree, and I also think she's been a good transition player tonight, helping to sort of turn things around. But you have a problem here. Looks like Gromball is being helped back to her feet. Hopefully no problems there.
Sometimes those impact knocks can really get you. You just need a minute to shake it off.
Oh dear, well, the throw was allowed to go in, even though it was unusual to say the least. Gromball. Oh, it's Panagakos has just misjudged there. But importantly for Uni, they've won it back through Bouchereau and have a throw. Hope you're enjoying the action. We thank our partner Apex Steel, official naming rights partner of the Apex Steel WNPLSA. It's been a good night. 1-1 in the first game between Modbury Vista and NTC. 2-1 here. Uni leading Flinders, trying to put the game beyond doubt. It's not quite yet. And around the grounds for One World LED and Sportal scoreboard, it's 2-0 to West Torrens Burkalla over Campbelltown at Jack Smith Park. And West Adelaide, with only about 10 minutes to go, lead Adelaide Comets 3-1. And I'm just telling you, it looks to me like Burks have made it 3. They have. It's 3-0 at Jack Smith Park. And meanwhile, Adelaide Uni have missed a chance to extend their lead to 3-0. Well, what a turn-up that is at Jack Smith Park.
Yeah, definitely a night a lot of people wouldn't have expected.
No. Burke's at top of the table at the moment. Flinders doing what they can to try to get a point, but they haven't been able to get out of their defensive half for most of the last 5 or 10 minutes after they had a really good spell. Now, the ball nearly got through to Clark there, but it's come back to Panagakos. I think she's had a good game too. Just trying to get it through. Intercepted now, Bolton. Can they turn defence into attack? Flinders United with the player that scored their only goal so far. Oh, that ball, though, didn't go where she wanted, but she's got it back. But once again, Bouchereau's in the way. It's going to be a free kick against Panagakos. Bianca Gray comes up, wants to take it quickly. She could deliver it into the penalty area, but decides against. Bill. Oh, it's been intercepted. Panagakos has time, but probably more than she thought. It's just really giving the ball all the way back to Dowling. Elliott, there's a minute to go, plus stoppage time.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely start to see some uni clearances going a bit far and wasting a little bit of time, probably just wanting to ensure that the 3 points are coming, especially with the pressure that Flinders have been putting up.
Thrown for McDonald Hall. Well, I'm not sure where that was directed. Panagakos again. Tried to get Clark going, but now Chapler's able to get it up the wing for Flinders. Bouchereau is that, sorry, it's Sophie Burke in the way again, who, as you said, has had a pretty good game. We are now officially in stoppage time and in the hands of referee Diamond as to how much of that will be played. Adelaide Uni 2, Flinders United 1. Adelaide Uni trying to get their third win over Flinders United in the short but very interesting history of this particular fixture. They had a win each last year. Uni winning 2-1 in round 6 and Flinders winning 3-2 in round 14. Will it be Uni hanging on to get the early honours in this fixture again this year? Oh, there's an offside there against KO. I feel like the way the play's going that they've earned the 3 points, but that's not the way football works all the time.
No, definitely not. I think especially the shots in the first half, they've definitely proved that consistently across the 90 minutes they've been the better team. Obviously Flinders maybe a little bit too late to kind of boost that energy. If they'd started with that from the beginning, the result probably would have been different.
Yeah, I mean, they played their best football at 2-0 down. Oh, look at that win by Panna there, but cleared by Gromball in the end. Tataran. And wanted to get the cross straight in, but Elliott will claim and try to get it forward as quickly as she can, but the kick has, well, Weatherall's kept it in. Oh, and got it past Gromball nicely. Bolton trying to get around Borton. Still Bolton, but the numbers were there for Uni. And Gromball can take a touch. Oh, puts it in board, but Flinders are going to win it back. McDonald Hall gets the 1-2, pushing through. That's going to be a Uni ball. That nearly came to us.
Yeah. Another big challenge by Panagakos there.
Yeah, no, she's been in the thick of it tonight, the Uni captain.
Yeah, between her and KO in the midfield, they're just threading it through and consistently putting in the tough challenges.
Simmons just gets the free kick. We've played nearly 3 minutes of stoppage time, and will Uni just try to run the clock down at this point? They try to kick it towards Simmons. That's turned out to be a good option because they've got a throw near the corner flag. And we might be very, very close to the final whistle now. Scrum ball. Oh, and they've won the corner. It's all going Uni's way at the moment. They are so close now. A lot of people.
Even on the corner now, all of the Uni players are still back. They're looking to just hold the corner and hold the defence.
Yeah, going to try to play the game of just sitting the ball there. Tataran in no hurry for it to release. Flinders have it. Have they got enough time to launch one more? We've played 4 minutes of stoppage time. A lot of people feel like this could be a year that Adelaide Uni does better. Pressures for finals, and they've started it with the 3 points in round one. A 3 points that was really well earned, but had to be fought out right until the last minute. Goals from Alana Fitzsimmons and Kelly Tataran got them away early in the second half. Flinders threatened for a while with a reply by Georgia Bolton, but that was the end of the scoring in this match here at Service FM Stadium in round one of the 2026 Apex Steel WNPLSA season. Adelaide Uni 2, Flinders United 1. Sarah Taylor, how do you sum that up? It was a very different second half to the first.
Yeah, very. I think, like we said, they just needed that bit of energy in Adelaide Uni from the first half. They had their shots, and once they got one, another one, and then, it was probably just a little bit too late for Flinders to really start putting in that pressure when they're already 2-0 down. So, definitely a deserved 3 points for Adelaide Uni tonight.
Yes, and you might hear that We Are the Champions is coming over. I'm not sure that's something I'd have on the soundtrack in round one, but look, winners are grinners, and it's a great start for Adelaide Uni. But I think Flinders will take something out of this game. They fought back pretty well. Obviously, as we mentioned a couple of times, they've had a really, really tough pre-season, so they did show some competitiveness at times tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I think even defensively, just having a bit more structure than we've seen in those pre-season cup games. Really, obviously, you never want to concede, but to only concede 2 against a very attacking Adelaide Uni, you kind of have to be okay with that. Yeah, absolutely. Well, just a reminder of what's going on around the grounds. West Torrens Burkalla look like they're going to get the 3 points against Campbelltown at Jack Smith Park. They're leading that one 3-0 with about 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. And West Adelaide are leading Adelaide Comets 3-1, and that game has gone into stoppage time. So West look pretty safe at Kilburn Sportsplex. And earlier tonight, it was 1-1 between Modbury Vista and Football SA NTC. And the round will be completed when my co-commentator will take the field at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. Sarah Taylor's Metro Stars at home to Salisbury Inter at TK Shutter Reserve. I'm really, really looking forward to that. Get out there if you can, or follow the stream on FSA Leagues. Sarah, it's been absolutely fantastic having you on board. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Paul.
No worries. And to everybody else out there, enjoy the long weekend. And we look forward to bringing you tomorrow afternoon's game and round 2, which will be played on Friday evening and Saturday afternoon of next weekend. That's all for now. Have a good night.